I feel like I have to explain how I managed to like go deep into this rabbit hole of shenanigans. That's like the understatement of the century. Anyways, Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet, I hope that's how you pronounce his last name. They were caught kissing at a Beyonce concert. So that is how I found out about the account ClubChalamet. The way that I found out who was ClubChalamet was by a Reddit post on I think it was r/pop culture chat. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into the account because these are not like normal reactions you would have for someone to work that you like. This woman had an absolute mental breakdown over the entire thing. But before I go into that, I guess I have to explain who ClubChalamet is. ClubChalamet is a 57-year-old woman by the name of Simone. She started the ClubChalamet account in the summer of 2018, and the Instagram account was created in 2019. She has a forum page dedicated purely to Timothee that dates all the way back to 2018. She also has a podcast all about Timothee. She has met Timothee, and in her own words, the universe hooked her up. I have zero fucking confidence that he actually knows who the fuck this lady is. She talks about, oh, he appreciates everything that I do. Yeah, I don't fucking believe it. I believe this lady probably just stalked the living shit out of him. It was just hunting him down. The worst thing about this isn't that she probably just like stalked this dude to just take a picture of him, but it is the fact that he is wearing a Chelsea hat. If he is a Chelsea fan, I feel so bad for you, man, because those guys are having a rough ass time. There are other instances of her meeting him.
Thank you.
She has also met his sister, has created a parasocial relationship, but doesn't realize that herself. She also made an Instagram post all about that. The term parasocial relationship doesn't apply to her. If you want the quick definition of a parasocial relationship, I would use the definition she used in her own Instagram post. Parasocial relationships are one-sided relationships where one person extends emotional energy, interest, and time, and the other party, the persona, is completely unaware of the other's existence. Parasocial relationships are most common with celebrities, organizations. Her response to this entire thing is so fucking dumb. Well, I'm happy to burst your bubble, but please note that he knows of me. I've had the incredible opportunity to have met him 4 to 5 times, got several autographs, a couple pics, 2 hugs, and told his sister Pauline that I was cool. And she asked her baby bro if he knew me. The most important standout meeting with Timmy was at Coachella in 2021, where he enthusiastically hugged me and thanked me for supporting him and looking out for him at CC. I'm not his friend. I'm not even an acquaintance friend. I'm just a fan who he is very familiar with, and I'm proud of that. I'm actually so terrified for him. I feel so bad that some celebrities have fans like this that are just delusional in their head. She also has a very questionable post history about Timothee on her forum. She went to New York City. She planned a breakfast with a friend, and she suggested that, oh, we should pick Timmy's favorite bagel store. And at that exact time, Timothee walked in when they were eating, and she tried to get her attention, but he didn't really give a fuck. I guess she figured out he bought a house in LA. There were like a couple posts on the forum. Oh, I'm so happy he's back in LA. I love saying that after he bought a home here.
Stop it. Get some help.
After the video of Timothee and Kylie Jenner, an immediate freak out happened, and she posted a bunch of Instagram posts. Slurpee's stalking paid off. I'll get into who Slurpee is. Slurpee is Kylie Jenner. I had to learn the terminology of this entire thing, okay? If you're distressed by the video, it's okay. Please take care of yourself. Please step away from social media for a couple of days. Don't attack or criticize Timothee. Too much money and time went into her publicly harassing him, and it finally paid off for those people. There's another one where she makes like an imaginary scenario in her head. I'm not even gonna read it out because I think I just cringed way too much. So you can read it. So all of this reached a climax of a Twitter space that lasted for an hour. And you might be wondering, did you listen to the entire thing? Absolutely yes. I listened to the entire thing like at 1 in the morning. I put it on one monitor, put Football Manager in the other one. So I thought it would be a fun idea to see the Twitter space and, you know, listen to her rambling and try to understand what her mind is. Her response to like all the ridicule and criticism that she's getting, especially from that one Reddit post, is that, oh, it's very crappy that a fan account should experience this.
It is ridiculous that anyone who manages a fan account has to deal with that kind of crap, where people who are troll in nature look at how you react to your favorite celebrity participating in PDA.
I will help you show why exactly people are criticizing you and making fun of you. She thinks Kylie Jenner is stalking Timothee Chalamet.
Appears to me that, you know, there must have been some sort of ultimatum presented to Timothee to finally relent and participate, to acquiesce to these demands from Kylie and her family. But maybe this has happened before, but I've just never seen a billionaire, world-renowned celebrity, single female, stalk another male celebrity.
When the video came out of her and Timothee being at the Beyonce concert, she goes, "The gossip lie has been alive since April, and Slurpee stalking has been increased to embarrassing levels. She finally met her imaginary boyfriend at the Beyonce concert tonight, and Timothee was seen smoking a cigarette to deal with her. Sure, he looked like he was being polite, but what else was he supposed to do? Spit in her face, scream, run away? This is not a normal situation. Now more than ever, he needs his fans to be his fans through thick and thin." She just has this full-on delusion that Kylie Jenner, yes, Kylie Jenner, is stalking Timothee Chalamet because she wants to be in the good graces of people, and also believes that they threw like an ultimatum to him or like blackmailed him in a way, which I just don't fucking understand at all. Let's be real here. Do you think this man is gonna deny, is gonna reject Kylie Jenner? We're just going from like an outside like view, right? They are near the same age. I think he is 1 year older than him. They are both hot. I think Timothy's a great looking guy. I think Kylie Jenner is a great looking person too. I don't think it is out of the realm of like thinking that maybe Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet would ever get together. You're acting as if this dude hooked up with like a random crackhead. Like, no, it's Kylie fucking Jenner. In one part of the hour-long Twitter space, she talks about how she isn't a fan of the Kardashians and Jenners, and how she has blocked them from all social media because she doesn't want to see anything about them, which I think is very understandable. But there's like a point where she goes, oh, she's very annoyed that she has to see them with someone that she follows.
I'm not a fan of the Kardashians or the Jenners or anything like that, and I've had them pretty much blocked on all social media. You go through all of these methods to prevent having your timeline and your very filtered social media presence protect you from that orbit. But when they come into your orbit and align themselves, or herself particularly, with your favorite celebrity, it's really hard to accept.
And this is where my theory comes from. This is where her annoyance and irritation comes from. Maybe her like hatred of the Kardashians or Jenners has made this fantasy of Kylie stalking Timothee because she can't believe they could be together. When there was a rumor about them ending their relationship, she quoted the tweet saying there was never a relationship, but okay. About 6 minutes later on her forum, she decided to add one more comment. This entire thing has irritated so many fans, and that it was so unbelievable from the exact moment that it started. Our space has been violated with the presence of this family via its made-up association with our favorite actor. I never believed it. The nightmare is over. Unfortunately for her, the nightmare was never over because she falsely believed something that didn't fit with her ideal vision of Timothee. There's a part where she says that this relationship has no effect on her life. She loves Timothee, but not in that way. And I believe that is bullshit. Just saying. I'm just throwing that out there.
Because even if they are together or rumored or what have you, it really has no effect on my personal life. I love Timothee, but I'm not in love with him like how a lot of fans are.
This is bullshit!
She repeatedly says that, but everything that she has done does not correlate with that fucking statement. Someone replied to one of her posts and she said, "Simone, thanks for trying to encourage us, but I am so sad and furious at the same time. For now, I'm empty. I hope he uses condoms."
Oh no, I ain't messing with you. Oh no.
First of all, this lady too, fucking crazy. Humans are so fucking crazy, honestly. We are literally actually like evolving backwards. ClubChalamet responded, "Trust me when I say he doesn't go that far with her. Just please, trust me. You are too fucking deep in it if you are concerned if he is using a condom while fucking Kylie Jenner." Out of this entire thing, I've seen like maybe like 3 rational people like who aren't like fucking stupid. Dr. Becky, she said, "I'm glad this is out. It's been obvious for a while that they are hanging out. The whole discourse and fan and media reaction around this romance or friendship or whatever, it is deeply disturbing to me. I've never really paid much attention to Kylie, but the disrespect, vitriol, and misogyny directed towards her is wrong. I'm a Timmy fan, but uncomfortable putting him on some sort of pedestal, thinking he's too good for her and she's beneath him. Maybe that makes me a bad fan. I'm trying to be a good human." Clap to that fucking lady. She is almost near getting out of that entire hole. So shout out to her. Hope she continues with that type of thinking. And ClubChalamet was like,
We're not interested in that. No.
"Rational thinking on my Instagram page? Absolutely fucking not. We don't do rational thinking here." She replied to the post saying, "With all due respect, Dr. Becky, but you are what I would refer to as a peripheral fan. Someone who just on the sidelines taking a peek on what it is to be a fan of Timothee Chalamet. You don't know what you're even talking about because you really have not one clue as to what is really happening. But if it's comfortable sitting there on your high horse and pretending that it is all fine, then you do you. Otherwise, respect how other fans are feeling, especially the fan of this account you follow." She basically said, "Shut the fuck up, bitch." Like, I can't believe believe there are other people going like, wow, you are not a true fan of Timothee Chalamet if you don't think that Kylie Jenner is stalking him and blackmailing him. Get off your high horse thinking normally and not as delusional as me. So all of these just show that that statement of her saying, oh, this relationship has no effect on my life, that's absolute bullshit. Everything that she has done up to this point has pointed otherwise. This does have an effect on her life. When she uses all those like, oh, please take a mental break, whatever, whether she likes it or not, she is talking about herself. She also talks about him smoking, and up to her own assessment, she says that he was smoking because he was nervous and because he was there to, quote, do what he had to do.
Number one, he's smoking. I knew he smoked, and I have no problem with it. I mean, I don't smoke. I think it's unhealthy. There he is smoking, but I've been to SoFi. I've been to concerts here in Southern California. You're not supposed to smoke in a public building. And he looked very nervous. And I know that people smoke to calm their nerves. So it's my assessment that he seemed really nervous.
This gets brought up a lot. How did he smoke in SoFi Arena? I guess she believes rules cannot be broken. She's like, oh my God, how is he managing to just like smoke in there? There was also another person she added into the call, and she also brings up the smoking thing.
One of the funniest thing is everybody's like, how did he get to smoke at SoFi? Because it's California and, you're not allowed to smoke in there.
Like, I'm just gonna dive into like a personal story, a stupid story. When I went to Kanye's Donda listening event for when he was hyping up and doing the rollout for his album Donda, behind me, one row behind me to my right, I remember I smelled something in the air and I was like, God damn, that is a strong ass scent. I saw a dude sitting in his seat sparking up a fucking joint. Why are they acting as if it is impossible to smoke in arenas? There's also a part where she says that the fandom is surprised that he is dating Kylie Jenner, and out of all the women on the planet he could be associated with, it is Kylie Jenner.
From the get-go, the fandom has been alarmed that out of all the women on the planet in Hollywood that Timothee could be associated with, he is associated with Kylie Jenner.
The fandom has given him like a false image, or like have created an image for him that fits their narrative in their head. This doesn't just happen for Timothee. This happens to every single celebrity. They get put on some sort of pedestal and get extraordinary standards compared to like the average person walking down the street. And they're just stunned when something happens that doesn't fit their ideal image in their head. Also, with that image that she has created in her head, she also denies that they're in a relationship.
And Timothee Chalamet is so different than that. And that's why it's so shocking that, they are associated. I'm not even going to say they're in a relationship. Let's just stop that. We're not even going to go there. I don't accept that.
Lady, I thought you said like this has no effect on your life. There are some moments in the Twitter space where she like spills like decently good takes, but it just gets like overwhelmed with all the shitty ones. There's a part where she says there's a portion of the fan base that gets very sensitive when he is with any woman or near any woman, and that she said that it is totally wrong and that he can do whatever he wants to because he's a grown man. It's like she slips in these like truths or whatever, and then she just goes back to being absolute batshit crazy. That she's like back on planet Earth, and then next thing you know, she's back on fucking Pluto. And her response to the backlash is this backlash shows how protective Kylie Jenner fans are, and she is protective about Timothee.
The backlash I have gotten today demonstrates just how they are protective of her, just like I am protective of Timothee. So stop being a hypocrite.
I don't fucking believe that. Look at the Twitter quotes of the Twitter space. It's just people clowning her for being this obsessed with someone at her old age. She is, just a reminder, she is 57 years old, freaking out. There's nothing wrong with having hobbies or interest at a certain age, because when I'm probably like 50 or 60, I'm gonna have like interest or hobbies probably, but not like an interest or hobby of like, oh my God, I wonder what the fuck this like certain celebrity is doing, who he's fucking dating. Probably gonna like what? Like learning how to fish? I don't know. That's like an old man hobby. Never should happen where a certain choices that a celebrity does affects your mental health and causes you to have mental breakdowns or have like outbursts like this. These people do not know you exist. They could bump into you in the middle of the street and they will not recognize you. There's a moment where she's like, why would they like show out at a Beyonce concert? I know Timothee likes Italian food. Why doesn't he just go to Olive Garden?
We've never seen them even go to, Olive Garden. He loves Italian food. I mean, why not just go to Olive Garden, or something like that?
Bitch, do you think Kylie Jenner is gonna go to Olive Garden? So I guess her final thoughts about this situation is that she still believes the entire relationship with Kylie Jenner is orchestrated and that it will pass. Can't convince her otherwise because she knows what she knows, and that gives her peace.
This will pass. This thing with Kylie will pass. This is all orchestrated by her people, and you can't convince me otherwise. You cannot. I know what I know, and that gives me peace. And he can't have anyone he wants, but this woman was relentless in latching herself onto him, and it is what it is.
They are fucking, bitch. Whether you like it or not, they are fucking, and that will never be you. That's basically how the Twitter space ended. She's still going on about this. Even NBC News picked up the thing. They tried to interview her, and she declined that. That's the entire Timothee Chalamet rabbit hole, if you were interested in that. If you liked the video, you can drop a like if you want, or if you disagree and are a full-on Timothee Chalamet obsessed parasocial fan, you could dislike this video. If this dude is not careful, he's gonna get Selena by her.